Hey, what's going on, guys? So, if you know me and if you watch my top 10 all time favorite movies, favorite horror movies list, you would know that number one is Hereditary. So, for the past couple months, I've actually been working on a drawing. It's just a pencil drawing of Toni Collette, and it is a scene where she is sleepwalking and ends up pouring the paint thinner on Peter and is about to like set him on fire. And then she realizes that she wasn't actually sleepwalking, it was just a dream. I'll just show you guys the drawing and then I'll talk a little bit about it. So here is the clip, if you have not seen the movie, of what I was drawing from.
Mom, what are you doing?
Okay, so here is the drawing. And like I said before, it's just a pencil drawing. I used the, so I have the camera set up right here. I used Martel. It's just a brand of drawing pencils that you can buy. And for this one, I started off with the HB. And for anybody that doesn't know, the numbers and basically like 2B, 3, 4, 5, 6B, the higher the number gets, the darker it will be, pretty much like the softer the lead is. So you'll be able to, the higher the number is, the darker you'll be able to go, basically, because the lead is softer and it's not like you have to put more pressure into what you're doing. So like I said before, I just used the HB to get a, just to start off with the drawing, just to start off with placement on her face, you know, her eyes, nose, mouth, everything, just generalized shapes. And I kind of mapped out everything with that. I started to try to get more like the likeness in her face, hair, and just the overall scene with that. And little small lines I would also go in with the 2B. And then to get a little bit darker, this one is kind of worn down, but it's a 3. There you go. It's a 3B. That was more of like mid-tones, kind of shading, like this area beside her nose, inside like the eyelid, kind of. Well, this is the eyelid, but a little bit higher. And then if for areas where I would have dark, but not like super dark, I would try to kind of like blend. So this 3B is mostly for like the mid-tones in this piece. And then I had a 4B, and this was dark but not all the way dark. So for example, like this part in the hair, obviously that's a dark shape, but it's not as dark as like inside the mouth or like down here, like under her chin. So this was like I said, pretty dark, but not the absolute darkest dark that would be in the drawing. These little like folds right here in her skin, like near her mouth, and like the eyebrows, that would be what I would use this 4B for. And last but not least, the absolute darkest darks I would go in with the 5B. Now this isn't the darkest that I have. I have a 6B and a 7, but I felt like this was good enough and I didn't want it to be too drastically different. So like inside the mouth, this shape, the side of her face, like under her chin, it's probably too far to see, but like the pupils and the eyes, this is like all the way as dark as I could go, and that's what I would use this 5B for. And then as far as the background, I didn't want to detail the background too much. I wanted to keep her I wanted to keep her as the focus for the drawing. However, I did just kind of generalized these shapes. Um, it's like a doorway behind her, if anyone's seen the movie. This is like the opening into the hallway, which is obviously dark. And this would be like a door and like a door frame. Like I said, I wanted to keep it abstracted and like generalized. I didn't want to be too detailed, and I wanted her to really stand out from the background. So I just kind of went in with like three different values. Well, actually four. Darkest. This is like a mid-tone, kind of dark, and then this is more of just like very lightly shading. I would just loosely like put a little bit of pencil down, and then I would take this blender and just blend it. This overall drawing probably took me, I'd say, it took me a couple months, but mostly just because I was like so, I would work on it for like an hour or two, like out of a whole entire week, and then I would come back to it like next week. So it took forever because I wasn't consistently working on it. But now that I have more time on my hands, I figured that I should finish this drawing and get it uploaded so you guys can see it. Thank you guys again for watching. I am currently watching the Netflix series Blood Ride, and I will be reviewing that shortly. Hopefully tomorrow I can get a video up, maybe Thursday once I finish it. Have a good one. Everybody stay safe. Thanks again for watching.